if we're talking about the mechanics of time, for example, I actually have a visual experience of how that works. And it looks like watching a movie, and it's all being shown visually to me while it's being spoken. And it's the same when I do personal sessions for people. I get a whole view of what it is that the masters are saying. And what's very interesting, actually, and not many people know this because I don't really speak about it, is that I get so much more information than what is being expressed verbally. Because so much of the wisdom is multidimensional and there's so much depth to it. And we just give a little bit of a ripple off the top, if that makes sense.
Yes, I can so resonate with you because
Yes.
I also have had experience where I merged with the source. And as you rightly said, that you go within because you are the center of your universe. So essentially, the
Right.
universe is is within you, and you can then access everything from that point. And usually, from channeling perspective, you go within either through the heart chakra or through I mean, people who connect outward, they usually connect with the soul star. So when you go within, do you have any way to go through the heart chakra, or how do you do it? Like,
No, I because I'm in an awareness that my body is the totality,
yeah,
I just lean back and look through it. So the masters talk to us quite often about seeing the body as a portal to
yes,
the all, a portal to source consciousness. And if we lean our perspective back, we can actually witness and participate with what's coming through. And there's always source consciousness streaming through us. But because our focus is at the front of our body, we're not really paying attention to it. So it's really just a simple shift in your viewing position. And then you're in the flow of what's already there. And that's the
wow.
miracle of it, is that we're already source consciousness expressing all the time. It's
Yeah.
just where we're viewing from that decides how we experience that.
So true, so true. And you like this multidimensional uh, channeling, because definitely we all are multidimensional beings, and a part
Yes.
of us exists across all dimensions. It's just that we need to go back and connect with that part, and then we can get that information from that part.
Yeah, or I like to say, just relax back into it.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I really discovered before I had my big oneness experience that changed everything for me, I was trying so hard to get into that state because I knew with what I had experienced, I'd been learning to meditate since I was 9 years old. I started very young, so I was very much into meditation. And I'd had a lot of great experiences, but I knew there was something more. I could feel it. And so I really wanted to know what it was to experience. At that time, I called it God. I want to know what that is because I know that I can think about it, but I want to know it in my being and in my body. So I would spend hours and hours every day meditating. This was when I was maybe 23, 24. And I would try so hard and I'm so close and I could feel it. You know, those times when you're meditating and you can feel your vibration really expanding and you know you're right on the edge of something and then it pulls back again. And one day I was so frustrated and it was very hot. I was in the sun and I said, "Oh, I give up." And in that moment that I gave up, I had the experience. And that taught me something so important is that the mind cannot seek the divine. The mind has to relax into the divine and then it reveals itself to you. And so for me, it's the relaxing back in That's so important because a lot of people contact me and say, "Can you teach me how to channel? I really want to know how to channel." And that's kind of the challenge that they have, is when the mind's trying to do it, it's almost impossible in my experience anyhow.
Yeah, so beautiful and so powerful when you surrender actually. Then because you said that you said I give up, we surrendered, and then you got that experience.
Right. That's it. Yes. So I don't know if it's the same for you with your channeling, but the more relaxed you are, the easier it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. So can you talk about that 4 days of oneness experience? What did you exactly experience during that time?
Wow, this is just my mind now trying to explain the unexplainable. But I had that experience, as I said, I gave up, and then suddenly it was like this huge wave came up from the inside. And I was sitting on a balcony. I was living in Bali at the time, and it was a very nice view of a lagoon, and there were some palm trees. And all of a sudden, because I was looking at that when it happened, and this wave came. And as the wave came up and out of me, it was like somebody turned all the lights on. So even though it was already a sunny day, everything came to life. And what I mean by that is that everything became alive. The sky became alive. The ocean was alive. The palm trees were alive. The people driving past on the motorbikes, everything was alive. It was like it became multidimensional. The closest thing I could describe to it is I don't know if you remember about 20 years ago, there were those magic eye books, and you would look at these designs, and if you looked at it in the right way, something would come out. You
Yeah.
would see an image. It was just like that. But it was the whole view came to life. And it came to life in a way where it was one living being revealing itself. So the magic eye reveal was source consciousness showing itself. And it was in my hands, and it was in the sounds, and I was it, and it was me. And it lasted for 4 days, and it was quite profound, because even eating something or drinking something, it was just the one being folding back in on itself. And I had an experience where I was sitting on a chair right next to the side of the road having a meal, and someone came along quite fast on a motorbike, and they actually fell off, and they had an accident, and they were very badly injured. I think they might have died. And it literally happened about 1 meter, 2 meters away from where I was sitting. And everybody was just, and I was just in this absolute state of bliss. And I just sat there and I just watched source consciousness just move and fold in on itself. And it was the most extraordinary thing. So, yeah, that's the best I can describe it. And after 4 days, it started to fade. But it changed my whole experience of life.
Yeah. Wow.